Hello and welcome to ACS Golf and today's video where we're looking at my putter collection. Precisely, we are doing part 3 of my putter collection. Now, if you haven't seen one or two, going to first, one or two, I'll put a link down below so you can go and watch that. With the idea, we're just running through all the putters that I've collected over the years. As you can see, there's a lot of golf equipment behind me. So just running down through them with the idea starting with the youngest, going and finishing with the oldest. Today we're going to be looking at 3 putters out of that collection. So first of all, let's have a closer look at the 3 putters that I'm going to be talking to you about. Okay, let's do that right now. So there you go, some really good looking clubs then. Now, let's jump straight into giving you a little bit more information about each one. Again, as I mentioned before, starting from the youngest to the oldest. So technically the youngest today from 2016, which is actually the rarest, probably is maybe the rarest one I own, even though it's not necessarily the most expensive, is this. The Odyssey 101 number 5 from 2016. Lovely illustration on that. I mean, there you go, surfer, with the idea this was designed by Carlsbad, who's from California, I believe, and so it was all very California themed with the idea of that 101 highway. And then you also had the same sort of design on the head cover as well. Very cool. Now, going into the information with this, these are the figures, by the way, for the US and Europe market. I'm not too sure if this was released in Asia. If it was released in Asia, how much of a sort of numbers they were there, I can't find that. You do tend to find a little bit differences between the Asian market and the sort of European and US market. So I'm not sure if it was released there. If it was, then these figures will there'll be more of these out there than I'm about to state. But currently, if we go into it, with only 1,000 highway number 1 putters available in the US, so you had 400 number 7s, which was a sort of fang, 400 number 2s, which was a blade, and then only 200 number 5s. There's only 200 number 5s of this released in the US market, and 101 of each club head shape available in Europe. So in Europe and US, only 301 of these available. Callaway has created value for those lucky enough to pick up one, and the 3 head choices will appeal to a large range of Odyssey putter fans. So very much a limited edition putter here. Now, going into the number 5 specifically, which is the one I do have, the number 5 is an incredible popular model in Japan with that half moon mallet. So there you go. Very, forgiving shape there, sort of that mid mallet size. I really do looking down with the mallet. You've got that line there, as you can see, really does help with alignment. So it's popular in Japan, as I mentioned, with a single bend. There you go, slant joint hosel. So there you go. Now going into the whole sort of technology in all of the sort of 101 range, it's not just the aesthetics that make the Highway 101 putters stand out. The putters sit proudly in Odyssey's heritage of continuous innovation, featuring the latest sound chamber insert technology. So they've got a sound chamber insert technology in there to sort of improve the sound of hitting. To me, it's very nice sound when you hit it, sort of that sort of dull sort of thud, but it's nice. It's really nice. The Highway 101 putters are milled from 1020 carbon steel, and to retain a crisp sound at impact, they have a milled and uniquely engineered chamber behind the 17.4 stainless steel insert, which features the Odyssey's recognizable Metal X pattern. The chamber allows the sound to resonate behind the insert and have a slightly higher pitch associated with a solid impact. So there you go. So even though they wanted that sort of higher pitch, it's not too offensive. Like I said, dull, that's for me personally. Some people might find it a bit more high pitch, but it really is a nice sound, behind this sort of normal sort of insert from Callaway there. Look wise, very nice. Feeling of it as well, obviously, it's really nice. I do like Callaway inserts. Just a very nice hitting club. Really did. If I was ever going to take it out, personally, I won't, because I like to keep my putter collection in good condition. Obviously, there are a few in there that I do use, but at the moment, this is not going out. This will stay in the house and be hit around the house. A nice little label sticker on there as well. One thing I will say is someone's actually changed the original grip. The original grip was actually leather, so do be aware of that. Leather and stitched. Someone just put on a basic Odyssey grip on there, which is a little bit annoying. It's a very nice grip, but it's not the original grip. So keep an eye on that if you want to get something like this. But feeling wise, really nice off the face, very forgiving, and obviously do like that sound. Now, if you're looking to buy one of these yourself, it's very hit and miss. You can end up spending quite a lot of money. I mean, just quickly turning it onto the page to tell you guys how much I did buy it for. So I got it for £225, which in dollars is around that 320 mark. So not cheap, but it is a collectible when it comes down to it. I have seen them range. I mean, I've seen them over £300. I've seen them, over that sort of $400 mark as well. And this one's actually the less desirable model as well, even though it's the rarest, technically on paper, it's a less desirable one. The blade and definitely the number 7, so that fang, goes for a little bit more. So there you go. And obviously, as mentioned, the head cover is fantastic. So there you go, the Odyssey 101, number 5. Let's get the head in. And it's got a magnet. I do love magnets. They're so much better than Velcro when it comes down to sort of mallet head cover. So there's this one. Now, let's move on to the next putter. So the next putter is a putter I've actually reviewed already for the channel. So a lot of you will already recognize it, and it is this, the Yes Sea Groove from 2013. There you go. Again, that sort of half moon shape, center shaft, very forgiving club. For me, off the face, it was a little bit harder than I would have hoped for personally, so I did find it difficult with that sort of control. And being that half moon shape is actually quite a light head, so I did struggle with that. But obviously, with this being 2013 club and being a Yes, the Sea Groove Hannah model is a center shaft mallet style putter with a unique face balance design, an extra long single sight line. Did help, obviously. I do enjoy a putter where you can really align it well, because I'd never fiddle with my ball. I just use a putter for alignment. This Yes Golf product benefits from a toe heel weight distribution, which helps the golfer to hold more putts. So there you go. Now, even with off-centered hits, obviously, very nice. As I mentioned, massive fan of Yes putters. For me, the center shaft, I prefer it down on the side if I was going to use this, but do check out my full in-depth review of this online. Going for price wise for these guys, you can get Yes putters now for like sort of under 50 quid. So what's that? About $75, I would say. I'm going for $75. So under $100 mark, under £100 mark, you can get decent Yes putters, which, to be fair, is worth a go. They are nice putters. And interestingly enough, Sea Groove technology is back out there. Yes, TaylorMade, who brought Adams Golf had brought Yes when they went bust in 2013. I think it was 2013. Watch my original Yes video, does have the date on there. Has basically relaunched a Yes putter. Now, they've done straight to consumer for Adams, so TaylorMade have restarted up Adams, and they have Sea Groove technology putters in there. They haven't called them Yes, they're just Adam putters, but the technology is the same. So there you go. If you're a massive fan of Yes and you've got a battered one and you want a brand new one, you can now go out and get one. How good they are, I do not know. I haven't got my hands on one. They're not released in the UK yet. It's only, I believe, the US market. So hopefully one day I will get my hands on one for you guys, because I'd love to test that, because I know a lot of people who love US putters. And even though this model wasn't particularly for me, um, there's quite a few models out there that I think I could really get used to. So there you go. For the Yes putter, head cover is pretty basic, because these weren't premium putters. Don't get me wrong, they're not a Scotty Cameron, they're not a Bertinardi, they're not an Odyssey limited edition. They were just sort of mid-range, very good and very popular putters. So there you go. Now let's have a look at that final putter for you, which of course, as the majority of my sort of putter collection is, it's going to be a Scotty Cameron. And here you go. Let's look at the final putter, which is the Scotty Cameron Studio Design 2.5. Little bit of an interesting story about this. Doing this video, I've just realized this is actually a 2002 model and not a 2005 model. So probably should have been in my last video, but it's in for you guys today, and I'll explain why this is the 2002 model, not the 2005 model, in a second. But first of all, let's get into the head cover. They really do enjoy the older head cover of Scotty Cameron. Sort of, I think they are proper, real sort of leather. Do someone comment down below if that's not the case. Also come with a divot tool, which I love. They don't do that with the more modern ones, and it's just the feel of them. They just feel a lot more premium, while the newer ones, even though a lot more hardy, still look good. I don't know if you can hear that scratching noise. It's a little bit scratchy and a little bit not as premium feeling as the older ones, but there you go. So great cover there, really cool. Now going into the putter itself. Now if you've never seen a Scotty Cameron, or you've never, you want to get some more information about one that you think about going, you can actually go onto their website. They have a putter archive, which is great, and it can tell you all the information about that said putter, what year they're from, etc. So it's a really cool feature, and why I've just realized I've actually got a 2002 model and not the 2005 model, which, hey, it's older, great, happy with it. So there you go, there it is. Obviously we've had a really close look at it. Really cool thing, lovely looking club. I really do love it. Original grip on it as well, ring there, really do. One of my favorite putters actually in my collection, to be fair. Now going into the information, so the Studio Design 2.5, a new model for 2002, the Studio 2.5 is a rounded flange blade with a pocket and affords a clean look at the ball for the player demanding precise feel and feedback. There you go, flange blade there. The exceptional features that set the Studio Design models apart, milled from soft carbon steel, shiny gun blue finish, isn't quite gun blue anymore, flowing necks and a redesigned grip are all part of the Model 2.5. In addition, the 2.5 features a rolled top line and a high toe profile. There you go, really good club. Now the reason this isn't that sort of blue finish anymore is because you do have to maintain this. In time they tend to lose that colouring, and also if they weren't oiled recently, you can see sort of that sort of shine there where you had that sort of rainbowy finish. They did tend to rust. So this is why I know that I've got a 2002 model, because the 2005 model is where they actually made it dark oxidized, so they actually made it black, and it had stopped the rusting and you didn't have to oil it all the time, etc. So, and obviously the colors didn't fade. Personally for me, I think that's still a great looking club, absolutely beautiful, and I prefer this than the black oxide ones, to be fair. They're just black, there's nothing really about them. I just love the shininess of it. Really good. Obviously if you wanted to take this out all the time, you would really need to maintain it, or it would rust and you would lose that finish very quickly. So there you go. Now feeling, obviously it is a milled face, it is very soft, it's lovely, not the softest I would say, but then it is a compact blade, it's not a mallet where it really is soft. And obviously the milled face isn't the most milled in the world, but it's just a lovely, great feeling club, and very happy with it. Now value of these guys range, I mean you could be looking under £300, even under $300, or you could be going above that depending on the condition of it, and obviously that finish as well. How good is that finish still? I do tend to find these ones will go for more than that black oxide finish because they're just a bit more desirable, because a lot of people, including myself, think they look a lot better. I mean, look at it. It's just, the reflection there. It's just beautiful, beautiful club. So there you go. Now, there is the 3 putters that we're looking at today. Next week, not next week, sorry. The next time I get out, we have number 4 will be the last one of the putters, and we've got 4 putters to look at next time. When that will be released, I'm not too sure. When I have time, obviously still going through a lot of reviews for you guys, but when I have time, I will release that for you guys. So remember to subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed this video, to make sure that you do not miss part 4. And also I will probably do a driver one as well, because I have quite a few driver collectibles as well now, and I will probably do a video of that in the future as well. So do remember to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any of that. Give this video a like if you enjoyed the 3 putters that we've looked at today. Comment down below which one so far in the series has been your favorite, or if you're starting a collection yourself, what are you starting with? I've got Nikes in here, Bertinardi's, Scotty Cameron's, yes. What sort of putter collection do you want to collect? Let me know down in the comments. I'll be really interested to find out, because there could be some really cool putters out there that personally I'm not thinking of and you guys have. So do let me know. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will most likely see you this Sunday for the next ACS golf review. See you then. Have a good rest of your day. Bye bye.